Hey lollies, this is Cal-chan from Anime HQ, and you may have heard of the show called No Game No Life. Before getting to the review, if you like the show in any way at all, for one, you are dumb. No, I'm just kidding. You just have bad tastes. And for a second reason you may know by now, I very much dislike this show. Or as I should say, hate. No Game No Life is about OP motherfudgers who are neats who can't survive in the real world. They beat a god at chess in episode 1 and get transported into this said fantasy world. They then have to play games to take over countries and help people. Now that's honorable. Oh wait. Never mind, it's for their harem of animal girls. Okay then, so is No Game No Life original? Nope. First off, No Game No Life's premise is a complete copy from another show called Problem Children Are Coming From Another World. They both share the same concept of getting trapped in a world and about not wanting to go home. They even want to stay in this said world. Even their first episodes are the exact same thing. The problem here is No Game No Life came out a year after Problem Children Are Coming From Another World. Now that that is finally off my chest, let's continue to the boobs. Oh, sorry, I meant the meat. That still sounds bad. Let's just move on to the plot and characters of this show. So for starters, No Game No Life is all about the plot. We have our two main characters, Shiro and Sora, and oh great, a panty shot. Great show, exactly what we needed in the first minute of the show. Guess we know how this show is gonna go. Wait, how old is she? She's 11. Okay, understood, sir. These two characters are the Kirito of No Game No Life. No matter what situation they're in, they will pull some form of plot hole out of their boobs, of course. Whether it be making chess pieces fall in love or shooting someone's panties. Not to mention the rule of cheating. Don't get me even started on that. One of the major rules of No Game No Life is that if you're caught cheating and someone can prove it, you lose. This, however, doesn't matter since everybody cheats and it's blatantly obvious to everyone that everybody is cheating. So this rule is completely unnecessary. Not to mention they're both afraid of Earth, and I quote from Sora, "This world is just a crappy game." So them going to this fantasy world and having no social problems or fear of the people there makes no sense. Because if he truly hated the world and then they went to a new world with basically the same people with no— oh, never mind. Plot convenience. Understood. Guess I'm wrong. And should I even mention the game that they are forced to play at one point where they read this manual thing knowing that they're going into a game? And when they get there it's Tokyo, then they get all surprised and scared. But here's the problem, they read a manual that gave all the rules of the game and where it was. So I guess the writers just sort of forgot. So let's move on to the major side characters, Steph, Dola, and Jibril. Steph Dola is a dog, no I'm serious. She gets turned into a dog girl and for the majority of the show she's just fan service, the majority being all of it. Then we have Jibril, who is also used for fan service. She's also a bit insane though, so 10 out of 10 character right there. Do you see a trend here? These characters take no relevance to the story whatsoever. Then we have more characters, the majority of them being female, and yep, they're boob service. Then we have this like what, 7-year-old lolly who's, yeah, fan service. Oh, she's a toddler. Okay, great job show. Okay. To the art and animation. This is a huge mixed bag for me. As you can tell, the quality of the animation is great. There are very few still frames and the quality is always around perfect. I mean, it's Madhouse, it's always great, but I can't but help hate the art direction that it took. The purple, pink outlines and brightness killed the animation for me. It left me with a huge headache most of the time and it was honestly distracting. I however do like the fantasy world and the setting, but I found out staring into the sun hurts my health. There really isn't much to say about the animation. It's bright, and I sort of dislike super bright. I mean, maybe if I wore sunglasses it wouldn't be too bad, but it's a little late for that now. Oh, did I mention the artist sort of got in trouble on the rumor he traced stuff? Now, I'm not 100% sure, but the articles on this look fairly convincing to me, and a few might be on screen here. Alrighty, on to the soundtrack, and this is the only thing even decent about the show. The opening itself is great, and the ending, it's also fairly good. I remember some of the soundtrack being too bright, while others just being average, but, you know, honestly, I don't have much to see. I think the soundtrack is most likely what made me stay through this show. I still wish Yui sang the opening, though. I mean, it would have been so amazing. Overall, No Game No Life is terrible. Its use of games would have been interesting if the plot holes didn't outweigh them, or the characters being Kirito 2.0, or every female being a moe blob of boob service. Or the sun blinding me, but with all that said, I think you can enjoy this show. It had some decently fun moments, some funny interactions, and some decent comedy once in a while, but I myself could not stand the show. Its overuse of females being 100% moe blobs and the amount of plot holes, I just couldn't take it.